Lamborghini Urus. Wild styling and savage execution will consolidate to enable the Urus to make its own permanent stamp on the SUV world. With a twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 pressing 641 horsepower under its squat hood, Lamborghini gauges a 0 to 62 mph time of 3.6 seconds and best speed of 190 mph. An all-wheel drive framework includes a locking focus stick, while an air suspension keeps the ride humanized. Tremendous carbon earthenware brakes ought to give awesome halting force. Search for the Urus in late 2018 evaluated around $200,000. Lamborghini's first SUV, the unmistakably 80s LM002, was a military review animal controlled by a shouting V12 motor. While it appeared to be totally unique at the time, it ended up being judicious given the present consistently growing cluster of ultra-extravagance, superior SUVs from any semblance of Bentley, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Maserati, and, soon, Ferrari and Aston Martin. So there's no time like the present for Lamborghini to hop once more into the shred with the 2019 Urus. The organization's second since forever SUV is over the best, as well, however, for totally unexpected reasons in comparison to the LM002. The Urus, which gets its name from an antiquated types of dairy cattle, shocks with its 641 strength, its sensational wedge-molded outline, and its aspiration to be as fit around a circuit as it is on the sand rises. In the engine is the main turbocharged motor ever to be introduced in a generation Lamborghini, and the principal V8 in numerous decades. It shares its 4.0-liter removal and twin turbochargers with the V8 introduced in numerous other Volkswagen Group items. However, Lamborghini demands that the plan is its own, a claim expanded by the V8's particular sound. Yield sits at 641 drive and 627 pounds-to-foot of torque, each number second among wear utes. Obviously, the Lamborghini will highlight its own skeleton tuning, as well, and back-wheel directing and an air suspension that presents to 9.8 crawls of ground leeway are a piece of the bundle. The all-wheel drive framework utilizes a locking focus differential with a default 40/60 front raise control split that can send up to 70% of the torque to the front or up to 87% to the back. A back differential considers torque vectoring capacity. The carbon-fired brakes are completely colossal, with rotors estimating 17.3 crawls in front and 14.6 creeps in the back. The better to decelerate the approximately 4,850-pound Urus. A lineup of driving modes including Casa, Race, Sabbia, Sand, and Neve, Snow, will differentiate the Lambo's range of abilities. In Casa, for example, the all-wheel drive framework courses more energy to the back, and the torque vectoring and dependability control edges take into account more slip. In Sabbia, the soundness control is likewise recalibrated to suit the low grasp surface. Good fortunes going dirt road romping, however, with the Urus accessible 23-inch wheels mounted on novel Pirelli summer tires, estimate 285/35R23 in the front and 325/30R23 in back. 21 and 22 inches will be accessible, as well, as will all-season elastic. Typically, the inside adopts a frame above work strategy, with various fascinating calfskin, wood, carbon fiber. Also, metal trim alternatives accessible. Screens are all over the place, including the substantial advanced check bunch, a reasonably customary-looking focal infotainment show, and a lower control touchscreen that is reminiscent of the unit in Range Rover's new Velar. Sitting inside the Urus, we observed backseat space to be satisfactory, despite the fact that headroom is somewhat squeezed by the inclined roofline. Both 4 and 5 Situate setups are accessible, while the roofline and the forcefully raked liftgate imply that the freight territory is profound yet not tall.
Thank you.